Hey guys, welcome to Newbie Training Corps. This is a video that I, X-N2, a member of both Brave Vanguard and Newbie Training Corps, are making for you to help you move out to the Black Zone safely from the Royal Cities where you started out. The Royal Cities are these cities with the little banner here in the Royal Continent. That would be Martlock, Thetford, Fort Sterling, you know, these guys. We're stationed out of Martlock, so you're going to have to get your stuff out here. You can transport safely through any of these blue or yellow zones. You might die and lose some durability on your equipment in the yellow zone. The blue zone is completely safe, and you can follow these blue zones around the outside of the map, but it'll take a little while to get all the way from whichever side of the continent. So the easiest thing to do is go into the market in whichever city you're in, sell all the stuff that you have, anything you've accumulated up to this point, and then come to the market in Martlock via these teleport guys that we have in every royal city. They're in a little different locations each time, but you can look for the big compass banner and use this guy to teleport around. It's completely free if you don't have any equipment on or in your inventory. If you do, it costs money depending on how much stuff you have and the weight associated.
Good luck.
So now you're in Martlock, you're ready to get situated in the Black Zone, you're ready to get to our hideout, join some SIGs. What's the first thing we need to do? Very first thing we need to do is get our settings correct. The Black Zone is a full loot zone, and this is a full loot PvP game. That means if you die out in the Black Zone, you drop everything you're wearing, some of it breaks, and it's available to be picked up by anybody nearby, most likely the guy that killed you. So we want to make sure we have our settings correct so that when we're out there, we can do everything we can to be safe. First things first, you can come into your game settings here. And these are for computer. If you're on mobile, you'll need a different set of instructions to get your settings set up, but these are the important ones that you need to know. First things first is your inspect target key. This is very important because when you're running around in the Black Zone, you can click on anybody that runs past you and see, oh, this guy's wearing a Great Frost Staff. He has these abilities set on it. And you can know whether this is a target for you or if you are a target for them. If I see this guy on a Pest Lizard out here in double-bladed soldier helm, assassin's jacket, soldier boots, and a Fort Sterling cape, my experience at this point would tell me whether I need to run away from this character or whether I can stay and fight him if he wants to fight. So this lets you inspect people as you run past. Maybe you run past this ox and you can see that he's gathering, right? So he's trying not to fight you. But you run past this ox and you see that he's in potentially fighting gear. So this is probably solo dungeon with a catfish, but he could turn and fight. So this is important for you to know. The next keys that you're going to need are your map keys, region map, and world map. You can ignore my key bindings, they're going to be different than yours, but region map and world map are very important because your world map helps you plan your route out while you're running. If you didn't plan it in advance, which you should always do, but if something changes, the world map can help you figure out how to get somewhere that you want to be safely. The region map, that's the other key that we're looking at, helps you track where you are on the map, where you're going on the map, and how to get there without getting stuck somewhere. I'll show you some examples of what's called noob traps. These are areas where you're running from your enemy and you run into a corner. Take this area for example. You can see that there is a corner here and you will have to come back out if you run into it. Now they might be bigger than that, this is just a small example. But if I'm running from my enemy and then I run in here, oh no, I have to turn around and come back through where he's at and he might be able to catch me. So you've got your inspect key set up, your map, world map and region map keys set up, and you're ready to get out to the Black Zone. Not quite yet. We need to plan our route. So the Newbie Training Corps hideout is in Windgrass Precipice, which is right next to this Windgrass Portal West on the left side of the northern map. So this is the Royal Continent map. It's to the south. This is the safer blue, yellow, red zones. The black zone is this whole area to the north, as it's the most valuable locations in the game and the most dangerous locations in the game. And we are on the west side of it, near these blue portals. The Newbie Training Corps hideout specifically is in Windgrass Precipice, right next to Windgrass Portal South. You can click on each of these zones and take a look at it and plan your route from here. So you're going to come out through this big blue portal. You're going to run up through this northwest gate, through this little exit here. And you can follow the line on the map, see how it comes out kind of like the northwest side of this, or the northeast side of it on the screen. On this one you can see northwest, southwest, every exit, and you can follow these lines to see where you're going. So we're going to come out the northwest here to Windgrass Precipice, and come in the southeast on Windgrass Precipice, and then we're going to go to the Newbie Training Corps hideout. Another option, instead of coming out the northwest, is to take this tunnel with the dashed line up here, and that'll be going in the southwest and coming out the southwest on this map right next to the Iron Hand hideout. So this one's much closer to the hideout. You'll probably be able to get there completely safely, but since our staging is in the Newbie Training Corps hideout, that's where we're going to be going today. So our route we've planned out is coming out of the portal, taking the northwest exit, coming in the southeast here, and going straight to the Newbie Training Corps hideout. Next things next. Let's go ahead and get moving. First thing is you're in Martlock. This is the bank and the market here. You come up the stairs. Across the bridge. And you're in the Conqueror's Hall. You're looking for this big blue portal. So I can, because I am locked to Martlock only, leave in any of these Martlock portals, north, south, west. If you don't have any lock yet, you can leave from any city to the black zone. And the way this works is when you're coming back in to a royal city from a black zone through the portal, it locks you to that location. So this buff means that the only city I can leave from is the one that I recently came back through. So if I were to leave here now through west or north or south or whatever, I leave through north and I go up to Widemore Portal South, and then I come back to the royal cities from there, I would be locked to the Widemore portals, and I wouldn't be able to come back out this one. And the only way to fix that is to remove your binding, but that's on a 7-day cooldown, so you don't want to be running all the way across the black zone to another royal city if you can help it. We've decided our exit's west, and let's go ahead and get going. Now, you've zoned through, you're in a dangerous area, there's a lot of people around potentially, it's scary. You need to know that you are completely safe right now. You have a bubble, you can't be attacked, you can always turn around and run right back through that portal, and you're completely fine. You have an invulnerability for 30 seconds after spawning, so you're completely safe here. Another guy zones in, you're completely safe. And the first thing you're going to do is dismount and take a sip of this potion. This potion gives you 2 minutes of invulnerability and invisibility, so you can't be hurt by anybody, you can't be seen by anybody, and you also can't jump off your mount and attack somebody else. When you're in this state, if somebody dies out here, like if for example one of these guys dies and leaves a loot bag on the ground and you click on it, you will lose your buffs. So make sure you don't click on any loot bags when you're trying to transport stuff out here. A lot of times you'll see gankers sit on this portal in like an ox or naked like that guy trying to bait you into coming to attack them. Don't fall for it, they've got enemies around, you know, you're gonna die. Don't click on their loot bag that's on the ground just to check what it is. You're going to lose your buff and you're not going to be able to get it back because you have a timer in 10 minutes until you can get another protection from the portal shrine. So let's go ahead and go along our route that we already planned out, and we're watching for noob traps, right? We're not going to fall victim to this this little corner right here. Just for good practice, we want to get used to it. You know, somebody put down a palisade here to try to block you. You can fit around this one. And we're heading through our exit. We've got a red here that we're just going to check on, right? He might be a ganker. Something to consider, and he's going through the same portal we are. But again, we're invisible, we're invulnerable, we're completely safe right now. We can sit here for a second, let him run by. Totally fine. When we go through, we're going to get another bubble around us. We're going to be totally safe, totally fine. See how we have our bubble? We're completely fine for 30 seconds, and if we zone back, we won't get a bubble for 50 seconds. Now this 30 seconds isn't guaranteed. If you go too far from the portal, like if you watch mine, it hasn't run out yet, but if I go too far from that portal, it'll run out. So it's distance based and time based. And right there it ran out. You can see on the map, that's about how far it goes. So you've got either 30 seconds or a certain amount of distance to get away from that portal with an invulnerability buff. And we're just going to come right up to our hideout here. And zone in. Now if you run into trouble anytime along that path, right, you run into trouble here in Windgrass, you can just go right back through that portal. You run into trouble on this gate, the southeast gate maybe, there's some people you see sitting here and you don't want to make that short distance where you don't have invulnerability. Turn around and go back through Windgrass Portal West. You already checked west. You already saw that there was nobody here when you came through the first time, so you can just turn around, run right back. Maybe if there's people on both sides, you might be in a bit of a predicament, and you're gonna have to run, right? And the route I would take in that instance, personally, is I would run from this northwest exit, or from Precipice. You zone in. There's enemies there. I'd run back out through this northwest exit, straight down to this southwest exit, pop up right over here, and take this Iron Hand hideout. That's probably the safest thing to do if you can't get to this buff in time. Maybe there's people along the road here before you get the bubble protection. There's people along the road here. But a lot of times you'll be able to run into that bubble near the portal and you'll be completely safe. So now you're in the hideout. Welcome. Newbie Training Corps hideout. First thing you want to do is always set your home. Make this home. That lets you teleport here from the Royal Cities. That lets you respawn here when you die, where your gear's at, right? You don't have to run from the city to get back here. This chest in the middle, this is for you. This is your loot. You can buy extra tabs in here. For an increasing price for every tab, and you can store all your stuff in here. Nobody else is going to be able to get it. Now the hideout might look a little different when you get started. We're currently upgrading it and adding things to it, but these are key things, and they'll always be here. We'll have a market auction house right here on the left side. We have the repair guy up here, and we always have the teleporter these stairs right here, same compass that you saw in the Royal Cities. Now if you teleport to town from here, you have to be naked completely, and you will lose your home if you teleport from here to a city and then run back through that realm gate that we ran out of. So make sure that anytime you want to go to and from the city, you run back and forth through this realm gate so that you don't ever lose your home. Now there might be instances where you're okay with losing your home. If you want to run back here and reset it, that's not a big deal. It's 5 seconds. You just saw how to do it. But I don't want you to lose your home and not know how to get back. That should be everything for today. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. This is XN2. I'm available on Discord or in-game anytime. Thanks for watching, guys.